Good morning, Phenomenals. It's Wendy Jacobs here with another quick video message. And guys, today I don't have a question that I'm going to be answering, but rather something that I want to talk to you guys about. You might have noticed that over the last few weeks, what I've been focused on is talking about those things that you can do in your relationships to make them better. Okay? And today, as I was reflecting on what it was that I wanted to share, I started thinking about what is the difference. What's the difference between those amazing relationships and people that have incredible love in their lives and those that don't? And one of the things that popped to mind for me was habits. I started thinking about habits because what you notice is for those people that have incredible relationships, they have habits in their relationships that support the types of emotions that they want to experience. Right? And so what's a habit? Habit is something that we do habitually. It's something that we do often and regularly. It's a pattern. And these are the little things. It's all the small things that make a difference between a relationship that's amazing and a relationship that is dying or really challenged or not much fun at all. So those people that are having amazing relationship tend to have amazing habits. Habits that produce amazing results, meaning the feelings that they're after. And those people that are being really challenged in relationships are those people that have habits that are producing outcomes that are not taking them closer to the feeling of an amazing relationship. Okay? Now this might be really obvious, right, what I'm sharing with you. But what I want you to do this week to really make use of this message is to take this obvious message of habits and intentionally set a new habit in your relationship. One that is going to improve your relationship, one that's going to magnify the love that you want to experience in your relationship. Now, this can be anything at all, and it can be something quite simple, okay? So I was having a little think about some of the habits in my own life and some of the habits that my clients have shared with me over the years. And one of my most favorite habits that I had a couple share with me once was that they actually had a habit. They had a habit of every morning dancing to a particular song that they both loved. Now, this I felt was so incredibly romantic and so beautiful. And even though this couple was in therapy, really, they were coming to see me, getting coaching over improving some challenges they were facing, this was something that they were still committed to, despite the challenges. Every morning they played this song and they danced to it. I thought it was so beautiful and started to do that in my own relationship. I took that on as my own ritual. This particular couple had also been married 32 years. And I suppose came from a generation where love was expressed differently. Relationships were probably prioritized a little differently to what they are today. And I heard and experienced and learnt some things that I hadn't heard in a long time. And I want you today to pay attention to the relationships around you that you feel are thriving and notice that the habits that these couples have and adopt some of them as some of your own. Okay? The other thing I want to mention here, if you're not in a relationship, is think about, in an intimate relationship, is to think about the other relationships that you have in your life and the habits that you have there. So I was thinking about my own relationship with my children and the habits that I have in those relationships that make those relationships great. And with every child, I have a different habit. And I'll share some of them with you. And if they're helpful, I'd like you to adopt them. Bring them into your own relationships and notice that if you continuously do things like this, there will be a magnification of the emotions that you want to experience. More love, more happiness, more joy, more excitement, whatever it is that you're after. Okay, so for my little boy Ethan, one of the things that I love to do, one of the things that he absolutely loves is on his banana that he takes to school, I always write his name on it with a texter on the skin. I write Ethan with a love heart on both sides, and he absolutely adores that. Now, this was a habit that I started taking over into my relationship and that I used to do with my former partner, and he loved that too. So it's just a little thing, guys. The point I'm making this morning is that you can introduce new, tiny, itty-bitty little habits into your relationships that will magnify the love and the thoughtfulness. You'll notice that they'll start to make such an incredible difference. One of the habits that I have with one of my daughters is to have a cup of tea with her at the end of the night. Now, this allows us the time to get connected, for me to be able to ask her about her day, the things that she loved, her friendships, some of the things that she's learning at school. It allows me to be really intimate because it's allowing me at the end of the day, when everything's quiet and everything's done, to really connect with her on a soul level. Now, this is a habit that I've only just started to really be intentional about over the last year as she's moving to a different phase of her life, becoming a teenager, right? I want you to start thinking about habits. What can you do? This video today is to really just probe your thinking. But more than that, I want you to share your habits. Today on this video, I'd love for you guys to comment below and tell me some of the habits that you have in your relationship that brings more love, more joy. Some of the things that you know that whatever it is that you share, someone else might read and it'll help them in their relationships. It might not, like I said earlier, it might not be one of your own habits, maybe something that you've noticed, but now that you've heard me talk about this, you're thinking, hey, that's something I can do. Share that in the comments. I'd love to see that. The point of the video today is to bring the message of positive habits and how simple they can be and what a massive difference they can make into your relationship. But it's also to get some engagement from you guys and have you comment and share with us some of the things that you already do, some of the things that you know that you can do that will increase the love that you get to experience in your relationships. It's all about being conscious. It's all about being intentional, coming from a space of love. Okay, guys, I hope this video has been helpful for you. And as always, live consciously and filled with love. Goodbye.